things, 10 different things that I thought of that John Cena can do at WrestleMania that I think would be so much better than him having just another match with Elias. Something, that's really nobody's really looking forward to, and it would be a complete waste of John Cena. Number one is host WrestleMania. He can appear in segments. He can do all that. He can promote his new movie Fast and Furious 9, which I believe is coming out in July or August, not sure, but it is coming. So he can take the time to promote that, and at the same time have a few segments here and there. Perhaps even have a segment with Elias, where they have like some sort of rap battle or something like that. And which is a good segue to number two, and that is host a rap battle between the New Day and the Usos. Now, their first rap battle that they did 2 years ago, well, 3 years ago actually, 2017. Wow, it's really been that long. So like that rap battle is still one of the greatest segments that I've seen on SmackDown, and I think him hosting something like that would be great. Number three would be teaming up with Daniel Bryan to go up against The Miz and John Morrison, perhaps for the tag titles, and of course losing at the end. But at the same time, the whole point is, whatever happened to dream teams? I miss that. In TNA, we kind of had that with AJ Styles and Kurt Angle, or AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. Two main event caliber stars, going for the tag titles. During right after the Ruthless Aggression era, there was like a period of time where whenever two guys are going for the title, they would go for the tag titles. Or when John Cena would, team up with Batista before their match at SummerSlam 2008, and they won the tag titles. Or when, John Cena teamed up with Randy Orton to face off against the entire Raw roster. I miss Dream Teams. So it would be great for Bryan to pick John Cena, just like, all those years ago when John Cena picked Bryan to face him at SummerSlam. It would be great for Bryan to pick John Cena this time to go up against The Miz and John Morrison. And plus, John Cena has history with Bryan. He has history with The Miz, so it makes sense. Number four, him facing Daniel Bryan. Perhaps the way for Daniel Bryan to actually, springboard back into things would be him facing John Cena, having a great match with John Cena, and, right after that, Daniel Bryan goes over, and, he goes on to bigger and better things. So, I think this would do so much for Daniel Bryan, and it would use John Cena to his absolute fullest. Another idea for him to be using John Cena to his absolute fullest is insert him into the Fiend versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And the reason why I would put him in that match is to have a scapegoat. You can have the Fiend go over Roman Reigns without really beating Roman Reigns by having, the Fiend pin John Cena. Or you can have Roman Reigns win the championship by beating John Cena. Another idea I would go for would be team him up with Heavy Machinery to go up against Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode, and, King Corbin. Otis finally beats Dolph Ziggler and, wins the girl at WrestleMania. You can do something with the guy that John Cena have been putting over for a while and saying that he is going to be the biggest star coming out of NXT, and that is Velveteen Dream. You can have John Cena come out, pretty much say I'm going to have an open challenge at WrestleMania, and whoever wants some, come get some. And the night before, you can have Velveteen Dream win the NXT title, which I believe is going to happen. I believe Velveteen Dream is going to be the guy to win the NXT championship. Night after that, go to WrestleMania, face John Cena, beats John Cena. I mean, you made a mega star right there. I think that would be so great for Velveteen Dream. Another idea would be, as a special guest referee, for Edge versus Randy Orton. And the whole idea being, John Cena has so much history with both guys. Their history are so intertwined. The feuds that he's had with Randy Orton, the feuds that he's had with Edge. It makes so much sense to make him the special guest referee. Being that, Randy Orton and Edge are going to tear each other apart. No regular referee, not Mike Chioda or whomever. You're going to have John Cena as the special enforcer or special guest referee for Randy Orton versus Edge in a non-sanctioned match. So I think that would be great. That makes so much sense. And my final two points, and those two, I think would be also awesome. Like I said before, does the open challenge thing, like he did with, like I pitched with him and Velveteen Dream. But this time, instead of Velveteen Dream, what if it was Adam Cole? He's so sour of losing, from losing the NXT championship, goes on to the next night and he beats John Cena. Or he comes close to beating John Cena and Cena wins. And, you have like some sort of downward spiral for Adam Cole until he gets drafted to Raw, along with the Undisputed Era. The final thing that I think would be also better than him beating, Elias, I think it would be great if, John Cena, he's hosting WrestleMania, everything is going well, and then out of nowhere, he gets attacked by the Undisputed Era. They beat him to a bloody pulp, and at the end, Undisputed Era pretty much, makes an impact at WrestleMania and say, that's like they're bigger and better than ever now, and that would be the impetus for when they get drafted to Raw or SmackDown as being a unstoppable force to be reckoned with. And those are my picks of what to do with John Cena, going to WrestleMania. Of course, there are many other ideas that I have. You can do so many things, but I made it strictly for SmackDown and for NXT, because NXT can be pretty much in Raw and SmackDown. They can, no matter what, no matter how much you say that they're a third brand, they're kind of like the rebel, the rebel faction. They're the rebel brand of WWE, where they can appear pretty much in Raw and SmackDown. So that's all I gotta say. With that being said, rate, comment, favorite, help. Please subscribe, share with your friends, share with everybody, and check out my next video where I will be talking about something else.